I was already feeling hesitant about the new Bruce Timm animated series Batman Cape Crusader, but J.J. Abrams only enforced that hesitation.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast. My name is Jacob Berry. I'll be your host. As always, be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications whenever I post a new video, and consider becoming a channel member. All right. So, as I stated, I was already a little hesitant about the upcoming Prime Video animated series Batman and Cape Crusader. At first, I was initially excited. It's got one of my favorite artists and animators, Bruce Timm, who co-created the Batman the Animated Series with Paul Dini and Alan Burnett and a host of other people, but they were the big three. And I have to say, stuff started coming out about it that was making me hesitant. They were race swapping characters, they were gender swapping characters. Their take on Alfred seemed very wrong. Now, when the cast list came out, I actually did a video where I said, hey, I'm going to give this cast the benefit of the doubt. It looks pretty good. However, I am stunned to find out. Well, actually, I shouldn't say stunned. I'm more shocked. No, I'm kidding. I'm shocked and stunned because they gender swapped an odd character, that being the Penguin. Why would you gender swap the Penguin into a woman? That makes no sense, but it's true. They released a still image and announced that Minnie Driver, who had been announced in the initial trailer where they released the names of the cast, she was listed, but they didn't say what her role was, and has been revealed that she will voice Oswalda Cobblepot, a gender swapped version of the Penguin. Now, this is so dumb. I was fully expecting when I heard that they were race swapping Harley Quinn and removing her from the Joker, that Bruce Timm had bought into J.J. Abrams' woke retelling of things like what Abrams did with Star Wars, but I wasn't expecting Bruce Timm to take it this far. That is what is disappointing me. I think that he is just caught up in this. It's really big at DC Comics right now, just these woke retellings where they're changing people's identities, their orientations, even. It's so stupid and nothing more than virtue signaling to a crowd that doesn't even care about these products, these characters, this content, these comic books and these shows. They don't care about it, but they want to cater to them because there's a modern audience that they have to follow. By the way, that modern audience doesn't exist, or if they do, which they don't have any money. That's clear by ratings and sales drops. I digress. So this is what is happening with it. They're going to gender bend the Penguin for no reason. It makes no sense. The Penguin is supposed to be a slovenly sort of character who's a little deformed, but he's got ill manners, but his motivation is he wants to be part of high society. But because he is, well, gross, because he is deformed, so they tend to look down on him. He wants to get back at those high society villains, the people he desires to be after him. Batman Returns sort of turned him into a sympathetic character, and then other people have duplicated that later on. But the Penguin is pure evil. He's kind of a gangster. He wants to control Gotham. He wants to be the godfather of Gotham, basically. Why would you feel the need to gender bend that character? It makes no sense. It's also a waste because I remember watching an interview with Bruce Timm, and he said the censors at Fox Kids and Kids WB wouldn't allow him to introduce certain villains because they thought that they were too rough for television. And one of them was Nocturna. That would be perfect. He could use this opportunity instead of gender swapping or race swapping a character. He could introduce all of these villains that he wanted to do, like Nocturna, but didn't get a chance. So here are my three takeaways from this. The first is it's a waste of Minnie Driver's talent. Minnie Driver is a fantastic actress. I have liked her in everything I've seen her in. She does an amazing job. She's incredibly talented. Why would you waste her talent on a gender swapped penguin? Why not let her voice one of those female villains you didn't get to create? The White Rabbit, Lady Clay, Nocturna, as I mentioned before, are just a handful of Batman female villains that Minnie Driver could have tackled. But no, you're going to gender swap just for virtue signaling points. The second thing is, I'm concerned that this will hurt the Penguin miniseries on Max. I'm kind of hesitant about TV shows about villains apart from their characters. Certainly, Venom and Joker have been exceptions, but like we've seen the disaster that is Morbius and other types of spinoffs. The HBO Max series was always in a precarious position, especially people weren't sure where the Batman fit in James Gunn's new universe. Now, apparently, it's standalone, it's got its own even label as far as what universe it is and whatnot within the DCU, which I think will only confuse people. But if it was TV, I like how the Penguin is going to be. Like if they were going to move the Matt Reeves stuff into television or to streaming, I could see how that wouldn't be confusing. But they want the Batman Part 2 to go to theaters, and I only think that having a female Penguin will turn people off to that, especially with Sophia Falcone being introduced. I'm not sure that this is going to go the way they want it to. Now, the third thing is, it's clear Abrams is still up to his old tricks. The man is creatively bankrupt. He had a good start, right? His first couple of movies are pretty good, but he quickly devolved into a one-trick pony where nothing but mystery boxes mattered. He couldn't even bring the mystery boxes that he started in The Force Awakens to a close in the Rise of Palpatine. He couldn't even do that. He has to always leave the audience guessing, and he never resolves any of his storylines. And I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen with this Prime Video series. Now, I could always be wrong. Maybe Bruce Timm is going to do a fantastic job. It's actually his project, and maybe he'll convince me. That could happen. My mind is certainly open. I'm a huge Batman fan, but my confidence is almost zero because of what Warner Brothers Discovery has been up to, and especially what Amazon has been up to, changing how The Boys works. I just think it's going to be more woke nonsense being thrown at us with the Batman label slapped right on it. That's honestly what I think. We're just going to get a bunch of gender, race, orientation, even swaps, and it's not going to actually matter when it comes to the story overall, which is a shame because Bruce Timm is a brilliant animator. He's a brilliant artist, but it's clear when his frequent collaborators like Alan Burnett or Paul Dini aren't with him, he doesn't know what to do. He has this weird fetish where he wants Batman to get together with Batgirl. Remember, Batman is old enough to be Batgirl's father, and also, she dates Dick Grayson, his sidekick, his friend, his ward. That makes no sense. He did that when he did his adaptation of The Killing Joke, already an overrated comic, and he made a terrible movie out of it. Personally, I was already hesitant about the show, and now I'm even more hesitant about it. I'm still going to give it a chance because, like I said, I could be wrong. But Abrams' quality and Tim's inability to get out of his own head, I just don't think that it's going to mesh well with what we're giving. And so, Batman fans, get ready. I just don't think that this is going to go the direction that we want it to. If you liked that video, be sure to give it a like, share it out to all your friends, leave me a comment, and tell me what you think, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications whenever I post a new video, and consider becoming a channel member so you can support what I'm doing here. Really helps me out, and you get some exclusive perks. But if you're watching, you're like, Jacob, I don't like big tech. I don't want to support you there. Hey, I hear you. That's fine. You can click on the link to my locals community. It's in the description of the video. If you're watching here on YouTube or on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, whatever it is, just click on that link. You can give me tips or sign up for a monthly subscription. I would really appreciate it. It helps small indie creators like myself. And of course, you can buy one of my novels. They're available on Amazon. Just search my name and check out my newest one, Blessed Child. It's a fantasy romance novella. It's got lots of action and intrigue. It's a good alternative to what is going on with the streaming services these days. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die